morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Come on into the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But I'm gonna start talking anyway, 'cause even though nobody's on right now, I'm gonna come on and start talking, right? But anyway, I know yesterday I was walking. I was doing a little walk, and somebody asked me to come on later, and so here I am. Here I am later, and it's not. I think I'm gonna go this way. It's not because they asked me to. That'd have been nice. It's because I overslept. I overslept. Money's a hard for you, for me too, for everybody. But you gotta try to get yourself together and prepare for yourself. You in business for yourself or whatever you may be doing. You want to come on and get yourself focused, get yourself locked in for the day to come. So I forget what the person's name was that asked me that yesterday. But asked me, like I said, asked me to come on later. So here I am later doing the walk. I actually started at 6, so I got like 20 minutes, 30 minutes before I have to punch in. So I figured I'd come on real quick, do a little walking exercise, instead of sitting around looking at different. I go this way, looking at different videos or whatever here on YouTube or whatever, TikTok, wherever. But figured I'd come on, do a little walking, do a little exercise, and then I do some more. Come back on later on after I get out of work and do a little bit more for the day, get my day started productively. So, but yeah, every day we think about certain things, think about certain things that we want, and a lot of times, we get tired. I'm speaking for myself most of all, most importantly, because when you get off work, man, I know sometimes when I do, I don't know about you all, when I get off sometimes, you're tired, dealing with traffic, dealing with crazy, especially depending on where you go, dealing with people that cut you off. Some people like drive a commercial. If you don't know, see me for the first time, I drive commercial truck locally, and sometimes it seems like to me, people think because you're in a commercial truck, they're trying to find a way to sue. And when I was over the road, and we went to orientation. The guy told us our driver was in charge of the facility of that location. He was like, if you if you're on the highway, if you're on the highway and somebody cuts you off, don't try to avoid hitting them. Just run them over. Just hit them. That's what we got. That's what we pay our insurance. And I was surprised you said that, but you said if I jeopardize other people's lives behind somebody who's driving crazy. So, but yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Right here you see how some of the trucks here waiting to get loaded, waiting to get loaded. I don't understand none of that stuff. Yeah, if you can say it in English, I'd appreciate it. If you want to talk, if you want to communicate. If not, don't worry about it. But definitely don't know what you're saying, unless you want me to know. Yeah. Anyway, good morning to you. Happy holidays to you. Happy Kwanzaa. But yeah, you know, but yeah. So I'm here getting a little walk in, Somebody might be here, maybe not. We'll see. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, it's good to get the blood flowing, juices flowing. Get yourself together for the morning. And I don't know how often some of you walk, but I started yesterday. Restaurant Depot. Yeah. I started yesterday, and I did about I don't know how long I did. I did about I had like 30 minutes, 35 minutes yesterday. My walk. My walk yesterday. It wasn't too bad, but I was tired. I was exhausted. Hi. I was exhausted. I was exhausted when I got up. When I got home yesterday. The little walk that I had. The little walk that I did, the little 30 minutes that I did. But like I said, I'm gonna get something in now. Do something now. Because somebody asked me yesterday to come on later. And it's happened that I came on later because I woke up late. And I can't start working until 6 anyway. So, and it's not too hot. So, because I said, man, I don't want to get all sweaty and stuff before I even start work. So, but it's not really that hot. So, and I'm not, even though I'm walking, it's not that bad. So, but yeah, yesterday, man, I had on a suit. I had on a suit to help you lose weight, and everything was drenched. I was drenched, and I'm also doing a 10-day fast. But today is like the third day, a 10-day fast, where I'm just doing fruits and vegetables, and water only. No margaritas. No margaritas. Those that watch my videos and subscribe to my channel know I like crabs, right? And Friday we went to Juicy Crabs. Friday we went to Juicy Crab, and because I know the owner there. Well, they actually have 2 locations, and so the one that we went to Friday was much better than the one. But they just opened that one up, and so they're still like learning. And but I haven't been there. When I went there, the last time I went there to the other one, not the best one, the better one. One of them is in the city I grew up in, but yeah, they don't have any. Some days they have live bands, and I was talking to a guy, and then I was talking to him. He was being kind of rude, right? And I told him I knew the owner. Well, I mentioned the owner's name. Then his whole attitude changed, his whole demeanor changed. It's kind of funny, huh? You never know. You never know who somebody know. That's why I treat everybody good, everybody the same. Cause you never know who somebody know. You never know who somebody know. Cause you can think you're talking to somebody. Cause I remember I was at Wells Rib. Wells Rib is a famous spot here. They sell seafood and stuff. And one day I was there, and they used to have rock shrimp. And I love me some rock shrimp. Love me some rock shrimp. I don't know if you ever had it. You ever had rock shrimp? But in fact, rock shrimp is very, very good. But they said they had to change the supplier and all this kind of other stuff, but they don't really have it anymore. But anyway, I was there one night rather, and I was sitting at the bar talking to one of the guys that I know, and just hanging out. And the guy came in, and the guy, he's like a young surfer guy. Well, not young, but he was kind of old. He was older than me, but he still looked young, right? But anyway, he came sat at the bar, had a couple of drinks, and he was just talking trash to everybody, right? And I said, you know the guy? He said, you know him? That's the owner. I said, what? So that's my point of saying you never know. You never know. So that's like I done had a couple of things happen like that before. Like one time, and then people say, "Oh, it's how your appearance means everything." No, it don't. Because I was in a coffee shop one day in Dairy Beach, and that's my hometown. Anyway, where I grew up at. But yeah, Dairy Beach. But anyway, I was there downtown Delray, and the guy was at the coffee shop sitting down, and the guy came in, and he looked like kind of bummish. He looked kind of bummish, right? And he went outside, went around the corner and got into a Lamborghini. So that's another, your eyes see certain things and view certain people a certain way, and you don't even know who you're talking to or who you're around. So don't judge. But my point is, I'm saying all that is for us to say, don't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes the cover can fool you. Yeah, good morning. Like I said yesterday, I don't know if you guys saw me yesterday, but I said yesterday I was gonna come on earlier. I was gonna come on like, last time I said like 3:30, 4 o'clock. But as you see, it's later because I overslept. But I'm still managed to Don't let certain situations, even though even though I got up late, I'm still here. I still decided to come on and walk a little bit before I get my day started. And I walked around. How long I've been walking? About 15, 20 minutes. I'm gonna walk down. Hold on, let me pause this because what goes on. Yeah, YouTube. YouTube has this copyright thing, so I ain't want to get no copyright claims. Yeah, yeah, right. You never know. You never know, man. You never know. You never know. You never know. You never know who you're talking to. You never know who you're around. That's why I say don't judge a book by its cover because you don't know. You can look. You can look and think of people a certain way, prejudge somebody by the way they look, and you can be fooled big time. So yeah. Don't ask, don't tell. Do I like KFC? No, not really. I used to, I used to get their biscuits. I would get their biscuits, right? I would get their biscuits, and anytime my mom would say, she says to the story better than I do, but she said anytime I get those biscuits like that, because I used to get them like a couple at a time, and she said anytime I would get them, that somebody would be pregnant, but uh, I don't eat them no. I haven't had them in a while, so I don't know. Maybe it's kind of got some truth to it. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, you never know. I think I read that already. Let me see what else we got here. I'll go down the list. Hey, good morning. I answered that. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I don't know what this guy was saying here. Shout out for your dog, Smokey. I like Smokey. I like the name Smokey. Smokey and the Bandit. That's one of my favorite movies. Eastbound and Down. Yeah. Smokey. Shout out to Smokey. The dog Smokey. If you're still on here. Yeah, I should have got some napkins though. I'm kind of. Maybe I can walk over to. Maybe I can walk over there. It's okay. I get some when the store opens. But I just want to come on. You gotta sit up here. Sit down. I just want to come on and sit on the Moffett. Anyone know what the Moffett is? Moffett is something like a forklift. This is what we use. Oh boy. This is what we use to unload the truck. Well, this is what I use to unload a flatbed truck. You go to the customer. First, you got to call them and make sure sometimes the areas we go, they don't open the gates until a certain time. Like people with some Lanero, some Luciano. So they don't open the gates until like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock sometimes, depending on the location where they're at. And so sometimes I have to reroute where I'm going because of the time and everything. So that's how that goes. I'm kind of a little tired now, but I feel awake. I feel woke. I don't feel as sleepy as I did before I started, because I was sleepy when I got here. When I got here this morning to this location, I was kind of tired. So now I feel a little bit better. I feel like I'm awake a little bit. So I guess it's good to start your day off with not only a prayer to thank. I don't know what your faith is or what you believe, but I believe it's great to start your day off with a prayer, with thanking God and everything else. Also, it's good to start your day off exercising. Get a little exercise in before you start your day. Makes you feel I feel a little better. So yeah, I thought I'd just throw that little nugget in there. Share that in there for the day. I got a couple more minutes. So if you got any questions, any thoughts, anything you want to ask, do that right now before I get off of here. But I'm gonna come back on later on today. Matter of fact, I might come on a couple times a day, live. But we'll see how that works out. Ain't no promise, but I'm definitely gonna come back live when I walk later on today. I'm gonna come back on here live and share a little bit and talk a little bit more. And once I do that live, because I know I promised that I said I was gonna do that yesterday. But anyway, it worked out because I got both. I got some walking in. I got some walking in just now, and I'm getting some walking in later. So it worked out. So even though I came on, like I said, I came on later than I said, I still came on. And the person that said that she's not here, so I guess she didn't get to walk anyway. So that's why I was saying yesterday, don't base what you're gonna do on somebody else, because obviously she said she's gonna come on and walk, and show me the way for her to walk, and she's not on here. So don't base what you're gonna do on somebody else, on other people rather, because sometimes what you got to do don't have nothing to do with nobody else. Your vision for what you want, the things you want to do in life, it don't have nothing to do with nobody else. So you have to decide what you want to do for yourself, and don't have a ton of vision on what you want. Like my dad, I asked my dad, I'm gonna share the story with you. I'm gonna get off. My dad, right? God rest his soul. We used to go to a place called in California, Hollywood Park, right? And so when we were there, because I had never been to a horse race, like a live horse racing like that before, a horse race period. So, but he had the horse had the blinders on, right? And so I asked him, I said, Dad, why they got those things on a horse? He said, so they can't see the other horses when they run. So they can be focused on their lane, not seeing the other horse, because they see the other horse, they may slow down, they may stop, they may try to run fast or whatever. They may do whatever, but they had the blinders on so they can be focused and locked into their lane so they can see the other horse. So stay locked into what you want, lock into your lane, and know what you want, and don't worry about no other people, because people let you down, but you don't let yourself down. All right, y'all be safe, y'all be blessed. Like I always say, tell somebody you love them, because you never you never know when you're gonna go. You never know when they're gonna go. Kiss the ones you love, because you never know when you can kiss them again. Y'all be safe, y'all be blessed, and I'll be seeing you. I'm out. Peace out.